My Space with Lisa is proudly brought to you by Samsung, Casa Trasaco Groups, and Innesfly.
And the Lord said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Welcome to another exciting episode of My Space with Lisa. For today, we're going to be talking about light. So I'm going to have Anita, the managers of AF Electricals, join me. She's my lighting expert for today. She's trying to deny it, but I'm giving it to her. Anita, come on, join me.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to AF Electricals.
Thank you.
Good to have
now,
you.
we have an array of lights.
Yes.
It looks like the sun, literally.
That's what you get when you come to AF Electricals.
I can imagine. Now, tell us the different types of lights we have here.
Okay.
Just to, give our viewers a little teaser.
Okay.
For the show.
So literally we have lights for almost everywhere.
Okay.
Yes, you can put most of these are all ceiling fixtures.
Okay.
You can use them in the bedrooms, the corridors, kids' room.
Okay.
Really also depends on the kind of setup you want for your home.
Okay, and I'm seeing the snake-like looking, ones on the board here.
Yes.
Give us a little teaser.
Okay.
For that one. I like it.
They're lovely.
They're lovely.
Anyway, so these are all corner lights or wall lights as well.
Yeah.
So with these, we've moved a little bit away from the traditional corner lights where you have all glass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these are actually LEDs as well.
And these are stylish.
Very stylish. Very stylish and modern.
Modern.
Exactly.
It will give your place that look.
And they're bright.
Yeah,
Even
very bright.
They're small. They look small here, but trust
they are
me,
very bright.
Instead of using the chandelier at the same time, you can turn the chandeliers off, and this will be able to lighten up your room.
That's a good one.
That.
When we come back, I'm going to sit down with Anita. We're going to talk more about light.
Yep.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is TV Samsung.
Ernest starts off by visiting www.casatrasaco.com. At Casa Trasaco, we offer a wide range of high-quality products at a competitive price. From consultation to installation, you can rest assured that the price we quote you is the final fixed price, with no hidden fees. Our staff will follow production processes on site, avoiding any nasty surprises. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to Casa Trasaco and see for yourself.
Enough! Abba! Plenty medical bills. I have tried different methods and it hasn't prevented sin. My son has been in the hospital twice this year because of malaria. I haven't had a good night's sleep in years. But now no more. Since I painted with Innesfly insecticide paint. Copy.
Innesfly insecticide paint kills mosquitoes dead for up to 2 years. It is a quality paint, a healthier option, and it's totally safe for humans and pets.
Take my word for it. Paint malaria out. Use Innesfly insecticide paint now.
Innesfly for a pest-free life.
AF Electricals. Urban Electricals there. Ehana nyama papa nyina o. Power ni be hwade. Enkania papa ye de siesie LED chandeliers, pendant lights, wall lights, ceiling fixtures, ebusu setam. Aya fancy na opana. Ye wo mu papa, Crompton, Bajaj, usi dan foforo anasa we renovation. Ube hia main switch, ni nyina bi wa ha. Fa cable papa si udan na we nya chirasem. Boson cable papa free turkey, ebusu wa. Eba no PVC pipe dia. Ye wo Duraplast pipe, and ye wo AF white pipe. Ye no one dem pa no, eno ye nko ane eton. So open AF Electricals, your Baku Broadcasting Junction, West Hills Mall in Chenwa, Kowloon Opera Square, and East Lagos opposite Hisense. Your numbers near.
AF Electricals, home of quality electrical products and services.
Welcome back, everyone. I have here with me Mrs. Anita Okorie, and she says she's not a lighting expert. I'm trying to push her in that little corner to make her feel very uncomfortable. Welcome, Mrs.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so emphatic about the misses.
Yes.
Yes, so everybody has to know.
Definitely.
And you are a lighting expert, aren't you?
Well, I know a lot about it.
Okay.
So, I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I do know one or two.
if you were in the US or in the UK, everybody would call you the lighting experts, because when it comes to lights, every question that you need to ask, people come to you first.
Well, yes.
Okay, so now, first of all, light. You know, it's one of the most important things when it comes to the house or any space at all. Because you can have a very beautiful space, I mean, nicely decorated, but without lights, it's going to be like a chaotic situation in there, because you keep on bumping into things left, right, and center. Now, tell me, what are the types of lights that we have? Because I'm sure, you know, there are different types of lights. So help us. What are the kind of, the different types of lights that we have?
Okay, so, just as you rightly said, for every building, for a lot of spaces as well, you do definitely need light.
Yeah.
We have all kinds of lights.
Okay.
We have light for your living rooms, for the bedrooms. You need light for literally everywhere when it comes to the house, schools, offices. So lighting really is needed for every space.
Okay.
Yes, where humans abide.
Sure,
so definitely need lights for everywhere.
Okay. So, you know, we have different types of lights. We have the chandeliers, we have the spotlights, we have the mood lights. What are the right ways to use lights? Let me put it that way, because you can't be putting a chandelier in your bathroom.
Of course, of course. Well, I think I mentioned to you, some people will surprise you when you go to their houses and find, or their homes and find where they put lights.
Well, my Ashanti people, we are kind of, we like shepepi, so nobody's
yes, I have actually seen or been to a home here in Ghana where there is a chandelier in the bathroom.
Oh wow!
So do not be surprised.
Oh my goodness! They should have me to redo their space.
Yes, I think they need you. Yes, but really, I always also say that lighting, or where you put or fix a particular kind of light, it also depends on the individual.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't always mean it's right.
Okay.
Putting a chandelier in a washroom is a little over the bar.
top, yes.
Yes. But some chandeliers, depending on how, or the space of the washroom, the bathroom, might actually work.
Okay.
So I wouldn't necessarily want to put a chandelier in the bathroom, maybe some spotlights to give some effect.
Okay.
Or if the washroom is that big,
yes.
Which of late we have some people, you know, because they want to spend some time,
for
some reason, more time
in
the
your
washroom.
bathrooms,
So yes, you can't put, but not a very big or elaborate, no.
Okay.
I would prefer someone to put a spotlight in an area like that.
Okay.
Yes.
But so you mentioned you would love to put a spotlight in an area like a bathroom, because obviously spotlights are very bright, so it keeps a place very illuminated. Is there a right way to, you know, light up your space? Because sometimes there are some spaces you go to and then you tend to see that there's places that are more lighted than others.
Okay.
Right? So when it comes to the home, or any space in particular, are there right ways to, you know, light up your space? Do you need to light up a place a bit more than, you know, other areas, say maybe your living room?
Yes, certainly.
Okay.
You did mention something about spotlights being bright. Not necessarily.
Okay.
We actually have spotlights coming in ranges.
Right.
So you have some 3-watt spotlights, 6 watts, 8 watts, even all the way up to 60 watts.
So you're speaking a lighting expert language.
Yes, you are getting me into that zone now.
Because somebody sitting at home is trying to figure out what's his 60 watts, what's his 30 watts.
Yes.
What does it mean when it comes to light? Because I am just walking into a lighting shop like yours. I'm coming to purchase my light, but I don't know that there are these. So what makes them the 30 and the 60 and you know and so on?
Okay. So, well, straight to that,
Yeah.
those determine the amount of luminance you get out of the light.
Right.
But before, in the past, we used to have incandescent bulbs.
Okay.
You remember those yellow, or most of them were yellowish.
Yeah.
And
I think they're back now, right?
well, now they are back, but with LED.
Right.
So
okay.
the incandescent bulbs, we had 60 watts, which were very bright. We had 120 watts, I mean, very bright lights.
Yeah.
What is happening now is those lights are being phased out of the system because one, not only do they consume a lot of energy, but also they produce a lot of heat.
Right.
So we moved from incandescent lights actually to CFLs, which are the energy saving bulbs.
Okay.
Which were also good, but then it was discovered that the LEDs are much better when it comes to energy efficiency, consumption, and also with the heat and all of that. You don't get a lot of that with the LED spotlights or generally LED lights.
Okay.
So we kind of have been moving in terms of lights. We shifted from incandescent to CFLs, and now we are with LED. I'm sure we are still going somewhere. I don't know where yet, but yes, that's been the history with lights.
Okay.
And
yeah, but when it comes to lighting specific places like bedrooms,
yes,
what are the kind of lights you would recommend? Because you don't want, sometimes a bedroom to look too lighted because the sun has already done its job.
Yes.
By beating you down with too much,
Definitely.
What are the kind of lights to use for, say, bedrooms and maybe kids' rooms? Because kids are very sensitive to too many bright things, maybe like babies.
Yes.
So tell us, what are the kind of lights you can use for such spaces? Because in everything, you must put moderation into consideration.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I'll go back to the fact that a lot of it also depends on the individual.
Okay.
Yes. So someone might want the room very bright because I had a client once telling me that his kids study in the room.
Okay.
So he wants the room to be very well lit and very bright.
Okay.
But it shouldn't necessarily be too bright because, as you said, the sun has done a lot of damage already.
Yeah.
So really in the bedroom, you shouldn't have overly bright lights in the room. So a dim sort of light, maybe if you're using LEDs or spotlight, you can surely go for something between, let's say, 5 watts to 14 watts.
Okay.
Because they are not so bright.
Yeah.
Even though you can see very well in the room, the child can also read in the room.
Okay.
However, if you still insist on having that, then you can have an option where you have more than one light, or maybe light on the wall.
Okay.
So that when it's time for the kid to sleep
study.
or to sleep, they can turn off the bright light and use the wall light to sleep. Yes, that's if they want to sleep. And when they want to study, they can have the bright light on. So really it depends on the family and the individual, how they want or what they want to use it for. Do you understand?
Yeah,
so it's largely dependent on the way you want to use or the space you're going to use the light for.
Okay.
I wouldn't obviously recommend that you put a 30 watts spotlight even, in a kid's or a baby's room. That's way too bright.
That's too bright.
Way too bright.
Okay.
You
So
don't
for
need
those who
that.
are considering having a nursery, what are the watts they should be looking for when it comes to the lights?
Depending on the number of lights, you could definitely do between 3 to 12 watts. Warm lights when it comes to babies, because and then again, we have warm lights, we have white lights, cool day lights. All these are different kinds of lights that, I mean, it's a whole world of
you've just put yourself in the corner right there. You mentioned warm lights.
Yes.
You mentioned whole day lights.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this to me as an interior decorator, I am lost.
Please don't be. Please don't be.
So please tell me, what's the difference between the warm lights and then the day lights?
The cool day or daylight, warm lights. Okay, so when you see a bulb or a spotlight that is yellowish in color, those are the warm.
Okay,
so
warm let's look behind you. I think we have like different types of lights there.
Yes.
So now, if you can show by hand which of
Okay.
them is the warm light, and which of them is the
Okay.
Yeah.
So this right here.
Okay, the one with the gold.
With the gold, yes, is a warm light.
Is a warm light.
Yes.
Okay. Because of the yellowish.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. That's
Okay.
a warm light. And then up there is cool. It's
Okay.
white.
It's white,
Yes.
but it's cool.
Yes.
Okay.
That is
Is
a
it not because of the covering
No, no,
on
no,
it?
no, no.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay.
These are actually LED lights, full LED.
Okay.
Yes. So this is there's a LED light,
Okay.
which is warm, and then that's a cool day light,
day
which
light.
is white also.
Okay.
But let me
But-
chip in.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
So even with these ones,
Okay.
with the warm lights, you
Yeah.
realize that if as a decorator, I'm
Yeah.
sure you might have seen, some rooms are very yellowish when you enter the room.
Yeah.
And some of them are just cool. They are not white, they are in between.
Okay.
So we have a luminance of 3000K, we have that of 4000K,
Okay.
and then 6500, which you get a very bright and white light. That's the one up there.
Okay.
This is a 3000K light. We have the ones that are also in between. So depending on the space you're putting the light in, maybe you don't want it to be too yellowish.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want it to be too white. You can decide to go for an in-between.
In between.
Yes.
Okay.
Which are usually termed as the 4000K
4,000 K,
luminances.
right. And I see the pinkish, one.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody maybe will be interested in that one because they they want to have the disco feel in their home.
Oh yes, yes, certainly. I mean,
Yeah,
lighting, I always say, is also an accessory.
it is. It is.
And really, it depends on the individual, the kind of person who is going to use the light.
yeah,
I've had wild customers, trust me, where
personalities.
it's amazing, but it works for them.
It works for them.
Someone might want to have a blue. I have a customer who put in the middle warm light, and there were 4 corner lights in the
Yeah.
same room.
Yeah.
He wanted to have a pink light, a green light, a blue light, and a green light all in one.
Okay, so this is where Nigeria will say, "Allow me to faint."
Exactly. So just imagine.
Is there like a disco theme going on in there?
That's his preference. Yes.
Lord have mercy.
That's his preference. So really, that is where you come in.
Yeah, please give me my contact.
That is where you come in, because, I mean, just because it's nice,
Yeah, doesn't make it
make
right.
it right.
It doesn't make it
Yes.
right.
So-
I mean, when it comes to lights, it's an accessory, but you have to be a bit cautious the way you put things together,
Exactly.
because it would tend to make your place look too much, too crowded, too. You know that feeling where you feel boxed in,
Yes.
more or less, and it's supposed to rather make you feel at home,
Yes,
make you feel like it's a haven.
yes,
Now, we have the dimmables.
yes.
It's not really popular in Ghana here. People don't understand it.
Yes.
For the dimmables, where would you advise we use it? Because maybe I'm interested in using the dimmables. I've heard about it on your show. I mean, on
Okay.
this show, and I want to use it.
Okay. So when it comes to dimmables, I think it's not that it is not popular. It used to actually be.
Okay.
What it is that before, when we had halogen lights and incandescents, you could easily dim them.
Yeah.
But now we have shifted to LEDs. And not all LEDs can be dimmed.
Okay.
It is also now that we are getting into that. So it isn't as if it's not popular.
Yeah.
It had been around before. It faded out because we migrated to CFLs. But now it is coming back into the system.
Okay. You said it was popular. Maybe
Yes.
in your mother's
Oh
time?
yes.
Wait. I want to establish something because your mother is into lights.
Yes.
Maybe you knew about it when you were like,
Well,
Yeah, I didn't
well.
know about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But
So
it
it's like a
has been
discovery.
around before.
It has.
Yes.
In your home.
Well, you can say that definitely, but I mean, we've had people who used a lot of hotels. In fact, I think
Yes, obviously, because hotels, yes,
because
we're going to talk about.
a lot of the foreign-owned hotels who came in, they used the LED, the
The
dimmables,
dimmables, yes.
And so, while they're coming back into the system,
Yeah, they are.
Now with the LEDs, we have dimmable LED drivers
Okay.
and dimmable. We have dimmable switches as well
Yeah.
that can be connected to the LED spotlights, if you want to dim your LEDs.
Yes.
On the market, I'm sure if you go out there and you want to just buy a dimmable light, they will tell you, no, we don't have, but then it's now coming into the system, and we do have it here.
Yeah, sure, definitely, yeah. Okay, so the dimmables are like the lights that you can, you know, brighten to give the place, keep it more illuminated, or you want to dim it to give it that cool, subtle effect. Those who need that romantic feel in your bedroom, it's usually ideal for bedrooms, because sometimes you just want to have that, you know, subtle, that mood in your bedroom, so you can dim it, and then you don't want to do candles and then burn up your place if you're not careful. So you should invest in the dimmables. They are very good. And
I'm chipping this. I'm on a campaign for every married couple or home to actually change from white lights to the warm.
Oh, right.
It does a whole lot of difference.
It does. With the right music. With the right kind of.
Because look, you go home and you see almost, with the white bright lights, you see almost every little dirt on it does a lot to you. But the warm light, it gives a certain cozy feel to the room.
It does.
And even when we take pictures, now that we are in the selfie world,
with the right angle,
it always makes a difference when it's a warm light, not white light.
Yeah, so, because when you go into most of the bathrooms in the hotels, that's when we take our best selfies.
Exactly. So imagine, why is it that they have warm lights?
Yeah.
So really, people come and they tell you, oh, I want it very bright. Look, you can have warm lights that are bright and not so yellowish, as I was explaining earlier. You can have the 4000K, which is an in-between, a very warm and white light. So yeah, certainly.
Great. It's been a pleasure having you. You've been so helpful.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for coming. And you did say you were not a lighting expert, but for me, I've given you that title.
Okay.
The lighting expert.
I accept it. Just don't come with too many questions. I might not be able to answer.
Well, please, just come flooding in all the questions you want to ask. Light is what makes up a space. It's what creates the ambience. It's what creates the mood in a space. Don't do too much when it comes to lights. Subtle, you know, light here and there will create that atmosphere that you're looking for. And if you have a very short ceiling, don't go buying very tall chandeliers. I've realized there's an issue with that.
Oh, yes.
We didn't talk about it, but I'm sure later on when they come asking you the questions, you give them all the support they need to know.
That I can handle.
Yes, that you can handle. When it comes to lights for your study and your kids' rooms, keep it simple. You can have a lamp, a side lamp on the side of your study, and if you don't want to have too much light in there, turn off everything, or dim it into something warm, and then turn on the side lamp. When we come back, I'm going to show you how you can use side lamps in your living room setting, to give it that effect. Maybe you don't want too much light in there. You can just put the light on by your side, read a book, just create that ambience. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
This is TV Samsung.
Ernest starts off by visiting www.casatrasaco.com. At Casa Trasaco, we offer a wide range of high-quality products at a competitive price. From consultation to installation, you can rest assured that the price we quote you is the final fixed price, with no hidden fees. Our staff will follow production processes on site, avoiding any nasty surprises. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to Casa Trasaco and see for yourself.
Enough! Abba! Plenty medical bills. I have tried different methods and it hasn't prevented sin. My son has been in the hospital twice this year because of malaria. I haven't had a good night's sleep in years. But now no more, since I painted with Innisfly insecticide paint. Copy.
Innisfly insecticide paint kills mosquitoes dead for up to 2 years. It is a quality paint, a healthier option, and it's totally safe for humans and pets.
Take my word for it. Paint malaria out. Use Innesfly insecticide paint now.
Innesfly for a pest-free life.
AF Electricals. Urban Electricals there. Hana nyama papa nyina o. Power ni be hwade. Enkania papa ye di siesie LED chandeliers, pendant lights, wall lights, ceiling fixtures. Ebusu say tam. Aye fancy na opana. Ye wo mu papa. Crompton, Bajaj. Usi dan foforo anasa we renovation. Ube here main switch. Ni nyina bi wa ha. Fa cable papa si udan na we nya chirasem. Boson cable papa free turkey. Ebusu wa. Eba no PVC pipe dia. Ye wo Duraplast pipe. And ye wo AF white pipe. Ye no one dem pa no. Eno ye nko ane eton. So open AF Electricals. Ye obako Broadcasting Junction. West Hills Mall in Chenwa. Howlin Opera Square and East Lagos opposite Hisense. Your numbers near.
AF Electricals, home of quality electrical products and services.
Welcome back, everyone. As I mentioned earlier, I was going to show you how you can incorporate different types of lights into your setup or your space. Now, this is a little living room decor that I have done here, and I've added my side lamp. Now, most people think side lamps make the place too clumsy or they are just too much. But side lamps serve a purpose. When you add it to your living room decor, it gives it that look, first of all, because it's an accessory, and it serves a purpose. If you don't want your room to be too dark, maybe you're having a movie night with your friends and you don't want to have the place too dark, the side lamp is going to create that ambience, but still keep the place looking a bit lighted. I'm going to be turning on my side lamp, but for the purpose of everything, I'm going to be turning off my house lights so you see the mood it creates when the side lamp is on. So as you can see, the light is creating a certain ambience in the whole space. And secondly, is giving my painting a more nicer look. It's giving it that je ne sais quoi, you know, that little something. Light on anything makes it beautiful. That's why when God said, let there be light, yeah, we all see what the effect of the light is. And I have this one with me. I'm sure everybody's wondering, what's this she's holding? It's a mood light, an ambience light. And it's a speaker as well. If you want to create that, you know, that mood with your significant other, you would need this. You can play your music with it because it's a speaker, and with just one tap, you have your lights on. And if you wanted to make it brighter, tap it more. See? Even brighter. And this, you can set it right here in the middle of your table, just to create a certain mood, a certain look. And I think it blends well with everything that I have in here. I'm going to do another setup, or not a setup, I'm going to do a different look with a different lamp. Now, before I go on to my next look, I'm going to be turning on the chandelier for those of you who just hate darkness and want to see everything. Let me turn it on. Now, as you can see, my chandelier has a warm light, like Anita mentioned, and it complements each other. The light here with my ambience light and my side lamp all complement each other. You can also put the white light in there if you're not into the whole warm light business. And you can put the cool day light. They are a bit darker. They give that's for the guys. Those were the naughty thoughts. They are more for, you know, rooms that you want to have that cozy, you know, that look. I'll be right back. As you can see, I have the same living room setup, but I've changed my lamp to a golden one. What I had before was a silver one, and it was complementing my wall clock, so it was okay. Now somebody will be thinking, how come you've used gold? Well, my decor here has elements of gold in here, you know, from the wall painting and from my yellow and black and white theme that I have going on here. I think it ties in well, beautifully. So for those who don't want to have a long lamp on the side of your wall, you can do this one, on the table. That's for those who love to read. And then for those also who have like a lot of office work but want to sit in a study to do it. I'm going to turn this one on so you see the effect it also gives. And the interesting thing with this one is that you can move it anyhow you want. Now let me go this way so you can see it better. Now I can position it in any way that I want. If I don't want it too bright, you can just turn it down. But let me turn on the light first so we see what I'm talking about. Okay, so now the light is on, but it's facing downwards, so it's not giving too much, too much light in the space. If you bring it up a little bit, you see it gives it another look. Now I can turn it all the way up. Now this also gives it a different look. If you want to focus it on something, you can just, focus it on your table, or if you're reading, just focus it on you or your book, and then you can have a nice read. And it's not in your face. It's very stylish. It looks beautiful. It gives the ambience you're looking for, and it's different. So yeah, you don't have to do the same boring lights, maybe with just a chandelier in your space. You can incorporate different types of lights, to give your space that, as I always say, je ne sais quoi. So sadly, season 1 is over, but not for too long, because very soon we're going to have season 2, which is going to be bigger and better. And we might even do a whole makeover for one lucky person. So you look out for that one. I want to say a big thank you to my sponsors, Casa Tresaco Group, Innisfly, Samsung, and now we have a new one, AF Electricals. You see, it's getting bigger. The family is getting bigger. This has been My Space with Lisa, and for today my makeup was done by Kush Makeover, my hair by Cookies Parlor, and my outfit always Belle Mills Fashion. I'm gonna see you on the next season. It's gonna be big. Bye bye.
My Space with Lisa is proudly brought to you by Samsung, Casa Tresaco Groups, and Innisfly.